Hello everyone, welcome to the program and our class again. In this video, I'd like to go over the main stuff on the syllabus, Advanced Accounting Information System. As we discussed in a prior video, this class, the contents, technology, and system perspective we introduced and will practice not only help you deal with the ISC section of the exam, but also will give you a data system analytic mindset for you to prepare all sections of the CPA exam. Even if you want to understand more how actually the business functions, including accounting, HR, finance, supply chain management, sales. How about how these different business modules are integrated and managed in the real business setting? This class will really help you understand and get the knowledge, and you are more prepared and ready to work in a real world business environment. Our class is designed as online or synchronized, so there will be no mandatory meeting time or required meeting time. But I will each module, so if you use Canvas, so Canvas will be the main platform. I will deploy and post study materials, the modules, like the progress of our class, and also the assignments, maybe lab or the quizzes, maybe short quizzes, and some other type of assignments, including discussions or Q&A sections. So please make sure you log in to your Canvas to see any updates or communications, right? Even questions asked and answered by your classmates. So we try to build a interactive community for our learning. We have a small, community, right, for our first cohort program. So I want each of you know each other, and we can work collaboratively and successfully for the goals to be reached. But I will try to set up a common question answer like a Zoom setting or like Zoom virtual meeting. I'm really uncertain the evening of Sundays because I know you already have face-to-face classes Monday through Thursday from other accounting courses. And then Friday, Saturday, you may be busy with other commitments. So I'm thinking, okay, this is tentative. If you have any or like a better recommended Q&A meeting time, let me know. And also, if you have individual questions regarding the program, classes, course materials, please feel free to email me directly or message me under Canvas. I do not really recommend calling me using my office phone because most time, even I'm in the office, I may have some other issues. I may not pick up your phone timely. Okay, so the better way to reach me is by emailing or messaging, or if you have time, stop my office. Okay, stop by my office. I'm here most of the times Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Friday I'm here, but Wednesday I normally work from home. Okay, so you already know me, and I really have an open door policy. So you are always welcome, okay, to reach out for any type of concerns or questions. In terms of required textbook or materials, I only have one, which I already sent out the info a week ago. this time I'm not really using the regular like Connect or Cengage, the regular publishers LMS platform. But I'd like you to have this book is a ERP, actually the enterprise system ERP type of business integration book. We'll talk about it more in the first learning module. Why, when we try to learn accounting information system, we start from business integration and ERP, because in the real business world, even not-for-profit organizations, accounting is now integrated as part of your overall ERP. Most of our accounting data, we got it directly from the performance of other business functions, right? So the data, after they finish their business operational modules, like the payroll, purchasing, or sales, the related accounting data will flow to our accounting information system automatically, real time. So rather than as accounting people, we try to capture the transaction, make manually journal entries as we teach in the classroom. Also, is a totally different environment for how accounting, finance are managed and the data are reported. So we'll get into the details for each step when we roll out the learning gradually in the semester. So please work on this book if you haven't purchased it yet. It's a relative new book. I don't know, can you buy maybe a second-handed version? Also, I recommend, I like this book. You can keep it as really a reference book for business integration, ERP, and prepare for the CPA exams. It's a very handy and useful reference. And the course objective, I already mentioned in the beginning, we have two-folded. The most direct purpose is help you get all of the knowledge and materials for you to be ready to sit for the CPA exam. The other direction for is really give you the hands-on understanding and the tools you may need to go to work, especially in a large or medium-sized business setting, such as the tools we are going to introduce and practice SAP, Alteryx, Tableau, like Excel, as the default, even Microsoft Access and some other. There are many different technologies and tools like AI. All of the platforms we have here, they already have the AI embedded modules. So you can immediately see the implementation and reduce your training time. And if you go to an interview or they will be impressed by all of your knowledge in this area of the disciplines. For teaching approach, as I mentioned, we don't have a common meeting time, but I will offer, in addition to all of the other reading, like YouTube, like general videos, or even like training materials I will get from all of the platforms. I will offer my own lecture videos for the main contents on the weekly module. It's like a weekly updates. I may have 2 or 3. I will try to limit the length of my recorded videos under 15 minutes for each. I will offer my own lecture videos, simulation demos, like the hands-on practice we are going to do under SAP, Alteryx, or Tableau, data analytics, visualizations, database management. For each of those assignments, if you took my class before, I will offer demo videos, right? So it's step by step. And any other assistance I can think about or you recommend. Okay, if I didn't do something, but you said, oh, Dr. Wang, can you do this? Definitely, I'm open to any recommendations and suggestions to make our learning to be more successful or experience. And again, Canvas. Okay, I will post modules and or sources, and it's also grading. Okay, up like so we may have online like assignments like quiz or writing some reflection, like some simulation, or like any those assignments. You can see the grading overall individual assignments. Okay, so you will be on the right track. But at this level, of study, you apply the program and you want to get engaged in, and you have a higher goal. I really don't think the motivation is a problem, right, for all of us. So I will really encourage we focus on the learning side of the journey. And I would not really using grading as a punishment, like penalizing tools for you are learning by fearing I'm failing the class. I think the motivation should be CPA exam, right? A higher career expect aspiration, that's like something put us together in this place. In terms of the learning technology tools, and we have all free resources. Some of them is based upon a paid subscription from our school, like the SAP. We have a school subscription for their academic license. I already applied all of your user account. I will share the info to you. And Altrix, I believe you can apply a student free account. I will give you the website, the link. I have a free educator account, and you can apply a free student account. The only thing is for Altrix, I couldn't apply a group, right? So if I'm teaching class, there is no group license. Each individual professor or students, we need to apply our own license, but it's free and you can use it. I think you can have a 1 year free license on renewable basis if you keep the student status. And the Tableau, I do have a group license. I already applied, approved. I will share with you later. But when we get to those assignment practice materials, I will give you more detailed instruction on those platforms. And for general questions and answers, except for the Zoom, the virtual meeting I hold, we have the Canvas, you have discussion board, especially I opened a Q&A section. I really encourage if you have some common questions, right? So if you can post your learning related question over there, then other students can see. They may actually try to help to answer. Or, we can work together, okay? Because for real learning at this stage system, many of the questions are open-ended questions like analysis, assessment, critics, recommendations. Is not really a journal entry or yes or no, or is a calculation, right? So we have more open-ended discussions, analysis on our side. So I really help, again, we have a proactive learning community, or even like, with all of our group members. I also have a mapping of our contents, the modules with the CPA exam coverage, okay, area, because under the new CPA structure, they have areas, okay, of topic or coverage. And, again, as we move on to each of the individual modules, we can see more clear mapping, and I will remind you, okay, like, so what type of knowledge you are expecting to master, okay, from this module. And the assessment quiz I already opened in Canvas. Is not really a formal grading. I use it as an introduction to the class. So give you some idea. So what might be the questions, okay, you want to answer, you may see in your future exam, and also as attendance, okay, like evidence for participation in the class. And we have some common TSU components, right? The academic, the scholarly dishonesty, and the accommodations, especially for our grading. I have a very flexible, I didn't really have a assignment because that's kind of a new class for me. So some of the assignments I still need to develop them or be based upon contents and our progress. But I assign a percentage for each of the module. We have 4 modules, right? So a percentage for each. I really will give you keep a reasonable workload. Okay, so you won't be overburdened by all of the assignments, but we'll have again the hands-on practice simulations will be the focus, okay, of all of the assignments. But I won't have a formal exam. Okay, I may have like quizzes, but we don't have an exam, okay, for you to take like a 2-hour basis. And then finally, I will leave this to you to follow and read and give me feedback. Okay, again, I list most of the topics I want to cover, but we may make adjustment, okay, depending on the progress and the material, the updates from the industry. So we have 4 modules. I have, I think here this one I need to cover 5. Okay, the first 5 weeks. And then next 5 weeks, like the first 5 weeks will review, introduce, and work on the business integrations. So to see how the major business modules, enterprise operations, right? So how those transactions functions are linked to accounting, and data, how data will flow into accounting in the centralized warehouse, the data warehouse, and how like the accounting cycle is set up and processed, right? How the accounting cycle is set up and generate data and reports in a real business setting. We don't have time to go over each of the business modules. I will pick 3 or 4 main business modules, okay, depending on the time, so we can get a better understanding and grasp of the business process and ERP, okay, like data generation integration from this perspective. And the second module will focus on the data analytics and visualizations. So you may have some other classes touch on this. Here we are using different technology platforms. I'm still thinking Alteryx. That's definitely will use it for analytic purpose. And Tableau or the SAP Analytic Cloud for visualizations again. We'll introduce the actual tools we are going to introduce and practice on those contents. Model 3 will be the relational database and the modeling. Okay, so after we get system and data, so we can, so back into is like a configuration, right? So why you need to set up the business process like this way, like the sequence, right? The organizational structure, enterprise structure of the company, and how the data is set up for the data models. So in the system, so it's a more conceptual database idea. And after we know better on the process and the data analytics, and finally, we'll talk about more on the general safety about our data, safety about the system, internal control, risk management, cybersecurity. So those ideas are more closely related to all business modules and the management information system. So that's kind of a quick idea about the syllabus. Now you can compare the syllabus and the contents I already deployed in Canvas. I'm looking forward to see your participation, comments, and feedback rather than just finish the assignments, right? So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk more as we progress into the class. Thank you.